And good morning, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary, finery, everybody else in the audience. Welcome. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for hanging out. Um, yeah. Hey, look, a camera. Yay. Feeling pretty good today. So I figured we'd turn this thing on. Got my hot chocolate on the go. We got a spaceship to build. It's gonna be a good day. So I'm just gonna bop some buttons here real fast. And actually, I've got a couple things to change on the live streamy thingy here. So while that's going, just give me a sec. I need to flip screens around real fast. The camera will come back, I promise. All right, so I want that whole folder, and I want to copy that, and then I want to go to talk show, and then I want to paste that. Come on, where'd it go? Paste, reference, boop. There we go. And then, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Obscure the chat a little bit, but it shouldn't be obnoxious. There we go. And we can lock that. There we are. If it's too obnoxious on the chat, I'll move it, but there we go. Yeah, the usual thing going. 3-hour stream and bits, subs, raids, etc. all go towards moving the clock out. Essentially, if folks want to help me towards keeping the bills paid and paying for the little expenses that go into running a stream, then I'm willing to keep streaming. So yeah, we'll hit the snooze button because I don't want to run ads that early in a stream. We just got here, darn it. So yeah, let's get on to building a spaceship. A reminder tonight, by the way, that it is tonight, Thursday night Eastern time, around 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Atlantic, is going to be the No Friendly Fire podcast. Hey, good morning, Adrianix. Welcome. Appreciate you hanging out. So yeah, No Friendly Fire podcast tonight, all things DU, being hosted by AK Swervin, featuring myself, Leroy of Starlantis fame, and several others. Drax has been on. Every once in a while, we get a member of Nova Quark drop in just to say hi and talk shop with us. So it always proves to be a good chat. We try and keep it positive. We talk about things that are going on in the game, and it's good. Since launch, well, about 2.5 weeks after launch. The question was how long I've been playing DU. So yeah, let's switch over here. Come on now. Okay, you're just going to ignore me. Fine. I don't like you either then, game. So let me just 1 sec. We're going to right click and paste here. Launch, from launch. Yeah, I'm active. So I'm a Kickstarter backer, but I backed on success only. I backed on launch only. So, I had two or three DAC waiting for me when the game launched and whatever, but I'd sort of lost track of it. I'd sort of written the game off. 1 second, adjust my camera here a little bit. There we go. I commented on this in No Friendly Fire, was that I tend to support things on Kickstarter not because of that thing, but because of the thing that it's going to unlock later on. So for lack of a better way of putting it, the first, Swervin said it himself. Swervin, I think it was Swervin. It was either Swervin or Drax. Said, SimCity was the first game, but by making SimCity, they sort of introduced the genre and made it possible for an even better game to come along, which is City Skylines, right? And so a lot of people sort of graduate into City Skylines. So I wasn't so interested in supporting Dual Universe. What I wanted was Dual Universe to exist so that the next generation of Dual Universe would exist. Somebody has to be first. So even if this one turned out to be a dud, it was still a good investment from my perspective. It just that it turns out I was pleasantly surprised at launch. So yeah. Okay, so we've sold a few things. That's good news. All right. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Deeply appreciate that. Yeah, you've actually come back at a good time, and the reason is that now for the birthday celebrations, they are doing double XP. So it's a good time to be back in game and an active player. If you have to be an active player to benefit from it, but yeah, it's a good time. So, um, and I yeah I okay, we got lots of everything. We're okay. We're looking good here today. So yeah, like I say, to me at least, this is a game I'd sort of been waiting for a while. It had to happen. You know, eventually someone was going to write this game. Um, and I'm delighted that it's turned out as well as it has. Um, yep. Um, I'm just perpetually pleased at how well. Yeah, is it perfect? Absolutely not. A lot of people have mistaken me for an evangelist. I'm not. Um, I won't get into my resume. No one wants to hear it. But at the end of the day, I've been around the block. Um, and for sure, there is room for improvement. Don't get me wrong. But I'll also point out that there's a little company that's desperately trying to do something much more simple, and they can't get it to work. And that little company is Facebook. Oh, okay. Yes, Captain's Customs. I love their stuff. They do beautiful builds. Well, welcome back. Good to have you back. Um, you know, um, I think actually this is a great time to be for folks like you to be coming back, because the game's not. I'm not going to call it a lull because people will misinterpret that or they'll rearrange the words to serve themselves. The game has gotten mature. The excitement is out, and so now you sort of get the pure experience, for lack of a better way of putting it, of the sandbox. Nobody is, um, you know, the yeah, that's the best way to put it. It's the game that was envisioned by the developers because all the flail is done. The land rushes are done. Everyone's kind of gotten bored of getting money, because all the money that there needs to be gotten has been gotten. All of that stuff that sort of influences early gameplay with a new game where no one really understands what the game's about. That's done. We're all done now. Thank you. And so, for me at least, what we're finally getting into is that stage of the game where people are just building stuff because it's pretty. People are starting to hang out in game and form the friendships and relationships that were sort of the original vision that JC had when he came up with the game. Yes, absolutely, completely agreed with you. Um, And so, yeah, there's the game has entered a period of unparalleled freedom, if you will. Oh, that's the Garnerite. No, no, no. I do want to ship Garnerite. Never mind me. It's this one. Um, the other thing, I'm going to be a little cruel for a moment because, well, I'm good at that. And this is the part. This is the stage of the game where all of the people who thought they could beat this game, that there was some sort of I win status, have gotten bored and left. And I don't mean that, and a lot of people are complaining about sagging player numbers, blah, blah, blah. For me, it's all the people who just didn't understand the game. Because I saw a lot of behavior early on that really did amount to, and I do, again, I'm being a little harsh, but I'm being a little harsh, but I also don't think it's undeserved. There were a lot of people who seemed to think there was some way to beat the game. that if they got, you know, a certain size of ship and a certain size of thing or a certain size of bank account, there was some kind of magical unstated win condition that would unlock. I think if anyone's fit that criteria, it's probably Leroy of over in of Starlantis fame. You know, he jokes he's unlocked creative mode but that's simply because you know, what he's playing the game for doesn't match what everybody else is playing for. And as a result, he's just wound up in a position where money is irrelevant. And so he just gets to do as he pleases. If there's something like a win condition, I consider the idea of being able to spin up a space station, you know, a 20 core space station over Sakari literally overnight, pretty close to a win condition. But for everybody else who thought it was something about having the biggest battleships or the biggest whatever, that's you know, that was never what the game was about, and most of them have either learned or moved on. And I don't think it's a bad thing for the community. A lot of bitching and complaining has gone away as a result. All right, so this is looking pretty good. I do have a couple things marked missing ingredient, but that's okay. I will warn you, by the way, I am ex-Navy. I'm an 80s teen. I'm ex-Navy. I'm French. I don't do politically correct. I don't mean I don't mean that I beat up on people. I mean that if, you know, not only will I call a spade, I'll call it a fucking shovel. So, you know, you have been warned. You're all good? Okay, fantastic. Some of my favorite people are Aussies. I was GMing a group of 3 Aussies for a live play for almost 3 years. They're fantastic people. Yeah. Very much an all walks of life kind of gang. All right, let's solve some of these mysteries here. Aussie time zone? What the... Okay, so it's what? It's 10 o'clock for me. It's 13 hours to you. So what? It's like, well, 13 to 20. It's 11 o'clock at night for you. 11 o'clock midnight, something like that, depending which coast you're on. Yep, there you go. You want to talk about challenging? It's trying to set up a Canadian living on the East Coast and three Aussies living in all three in Melbourne, basically East Coast, West Coast, North Coast of the AU for a role playing game. Literally, a median 13-hour difference, right? So, I get up early, they'd stay up late, and but good bunch of folks. I lived in England for a year. My dad's an officer in a gentleman Canadian Navy, and we got posted over to England. And so Dad was taking an engineering course, engineering officer course. So we were at Manadon, which is a very posh British engineering college for the Royal Navy. And yeah, we wound up hanging out with the Aussies all the time. Yeah, the Canadians, the Canucks and the Aussies were sort of thick as thieves the whole time we were over there. Absolute scandals. The bunch of us. So, yeah. All right. So let's see here. Assembler, and that's tier 1, number 16. What's your problem? Let's go find that one. Right. Oh, bloody hell! I was standing right on top of on top of a pad, and I ran all the way over here. There we go. Let's find that. Okay, I think it's back here. Yep, you. What's your problem? What are we out of? Yeah, okay. Just okay. Finally burned through the surplus bin. Okay, that's fine. Basic gas cylinder M. All right. Let's make a few of those then. Inspectify. What do we need? That is manufactured in a metalworking industry and requires, okay, 6 minutes. That's not terrible. Aluminum screws. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Right. So the other thing I need is, I know I've got a couple of metal workers that are currently installed but not tasked. So let's find metal workers over here. Okay, there we are. Well, let's find number 1. Hey, good morning, Browser Frog. Welcome, good to see you. Appreciate you dropping in. So that's metalwork. Tier 1, number 1, please. No, all the metal workers are up on the deck above. Probably need one of those elevators in over here somewhere. All right, take care of yourself. Good to see you again. Welcome back to the game, and I hope to see you around in game as well as on the back on the stream. Yeah, if you want to keep caught up, I cannot recommend AK_Swervin's channel enough to you. Particularly on his YouTube, he does a weekly recap of all things Dual Universe. It's an excellent resource for you. So yeah, take care, cheers, and have a good one, mate. All right. Now I'm looking for a thing with an arrow on it. Oh, look, a thing with an arrow on it. That'd be right here, right? Oh, you're turned off. Why would that be? Oh, because basic pipe not plugged in? Why for that? Okay, it's because the basic hydraulic spin is loaded, but that doesn't change the fact it should be plugged in. All right. Alright, where's basic pipe? Screws, uncommon screws, relay. Wow, okay. Am I not making pipe? Oh no, because I'm still chewing through the wad of stuff that's over in the other bin. But okay, that's fine. All right, so that's turned back on, so we can clear 18 now. And let's go find another machine that's turned off and get that straightened out. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, so then metalworking industry. So metalwork, and that's tier 112. It's fine. Go find that one. YouTube back here turned off. Yeah, excellent. All right, I guess we're gonna make basic gas cylinders back here then. Actually, you know, if I can find just a machine alone that's not turned on, that would be better. So I don't want that one. I'm just gonna put arrows over all of them so I can just go find them as opposed to this back and forth thing. Because all I need, because gas cylinders aren't going to be something I need a ton of, and they make fairly quickly. So a onesie will be fine. Like here, there's a onesie, right? What are you? You're just doing frames, because again, that's a low-level production item. What are you doing? You're just doing nothing. Okay, so you're going to be you'll be my gas cylinder candidate. Basic gas cylinder M. We'll copy that. Go, apply. And then we make them every 6 minutes. That means I can do 10 an hour. Okay, we'll just keep 11 in stock, right? And that's Solumen. Oh, that's weird. It's already plugged into Solumen. I wonder why. And rename. Oh, because this was supposed to be standard frames and I just never plugged it in. All right, that's fine. Okay, that's okay, honestly. So I need, what did I do here? Oh, 8. There we go. We'll throw you up there. We will then link you from here to here. We would rename this. Go, and then I said what? Solumen and basic screws. Okay, well that's I know where the basic screws are. That's over here in this heap. That's uncommon. That's basic. Yep. And then we will run a copy of that down to our 2 machines downstairs. This pair back here. Huh? Compatible link. Oh, I grabbed the wrong thing. There we go. That'll fix that problem. Okay. So we can clear 19. No, clear 15. Clear 16. Clear 17. Clear 18. Clear 19. There we go. So that'll fix that issue. We'll get a couple more things back up and running, and we're good to go. Next thing I need to do, I think I am going to put a jump pad in over here. So let's, India. Oh, right. I need actually to do some of this first. Let's go top off those. Let's go top off them their schematic boxes. There we go. Stack all. All right. So yeah, now I want to put a bounce pad in. And yeah, we'll put it here beside the obviously brightly colored sign. 8. No. G, India, container, elevator. There we go. Equip. And then 8. Ah, I did it again. There we are. Just nibble this chunk out like so. straight down now. Oh, there would be a large hunk of machinery there. Okay, so maybe we don't go directly there. We have to go here. That's okay. That, and then 8. We'll put that one here. And we link from there to there. And then we grab this one and we put it in here. And change it. There. Much better. Okay, that'll make getting around a little bit easier for general purpose. Okay, so I could put it there. It looks worse than it is. Okay, so we're just going to move it right over there. 9. Okay, yep. And we'll knock it, bring it down to the floor. And do I think I do. We're gonna grab like so. No, I do have it like this. Okay, that's fine. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'll have to do that on the other side, too. I kind of like that look. There we go. So, yeah, we're just going to grab this. Oops, didn't want to do that. Now I need to undo that. That's not what I meant either. There we go. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of a cool look. Oops, wrong way. We'll do that here. And we'll do the same thing here. B. Yeah, we'll just tuck it right up against the edge of the... I just like little details like this in a build, right? There, really easy, really obvious where that is. Now, I need to fix that. So we're going to do this. And shift click. Yep, I'll tighten that up. Okay, very good. Yeah. Hey, look. Pay attention, right? There we are. All right, I have something I haven't done in a while. Let's be nice to people. Give everyone their chance. Huh, player not found. Merlin's gone. Okay, that's interesting. Seth's still in game. There we go. Weird. That's an interesting bug, by the way. player not found, but I can't unignore them. I mean, it doesn't ultimately doesn't change anything, but yeah. Okay. Okay. Well. Okay. So now what I need to do is toddle down here. I do have some adjusters. Very good. Yeah, I'm just waiting for... What all am I waiting for here? Yeah, just waiting for gas cylinders to get finished. Okay. That's fine. What about up here? Uncommon maneuvers. We'll grab those as well. And M-Blast windshields. We'll take that whole stack. Should clear up the light selection too. Glass panels. Well, I'm actually going to grab them because I want to reload, because I'm probably going to do a run out to the space station there soon, so... signs I don't need, emitters I don't need, so that's fine. That's S canopy glass. I'm not using it in this build. Yes, I am. I am using S canopy glass. I'm using the flat ones. Blaze, I'm okay for. Alright. I'm missing something. Yeah, there we go. And I need those. That gets me set up for my morning's work. So we'll go work on the ship a bit, and then I'll probably head down to the planet to do some calibrations. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is get the gooseneck finished, because that was I don't like the fact that it's not finished. So we'll get that done. I'm so pleased with this build. I'm actually just going to take a moment and take a look around and enjoy the fact that I built this damn thing. So I've decided I'm replacing the engines over here with maneuvers. So I'm going to pull out the basic space engines and replace all those with uncommon maneuvers. I've decided I'm just going to build the whole ship on uncommon tech. L core. I just need the extras that tier 2 will give me. So yeah. Okay, let's get to... I'm going to put some music on as well. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. I need that, actually. Let's go with some Yeah, no, let's just go straight to stations. And what are we gonna do here? Chill is not my mood right now. Let's throw some industrial on. We'll see if that offends me or not. Sometimes I'll love it. Other days, the answer is no. Yeah, this is good groove. Just dip that volume a smidge. Yeah, right away, that's a like. I do like me some good industrial from time to time. I want a more button. 1 second. No friendly fire. High improvement suggestions. QOL. A pick. A pick this. For honeycomb. If I have either HC or element in a build, I would like a key combo that would make that item what I will deploy next. Like a color picker in Paint Programs. I mean, it's gonna get stomped on anyway, but I just hate the hole. There, that's what I'm trying to do. That. Okay, so that fills the hole up. Because, like, what I'm going to do is literally just copy the left-hand side of the ship down onto the right-hand side. So this is just going to get covered up by this, but I just hate having a hole there, right? So there it is. So now I know why it is I have to put windows there. Okay, that's that squared up. The AGG lifters deployed on over here. So now what I want to do is, what are you? The medium fuel tank. Okay, apparently I'm going to need to make... How big is a medium fuel tank? Am I being silly? 1,600 liters of fuel. Alright, let me... Well, yeah, so the base is 1,600 liters. Let's take these out of here. Wow, really? Okay, so that's... Yep, right, so that's... I may want to reload this whole name engine mod. We'll see. That's not awful. I'd really like to get at least that. Okay, that just gets me tucked inside the engine cowl. Okay, good. That one goes there. I'm going to put the next one here. That's just that is the answer. Okay. Yeah, okay, that is the side of it now. Ah, the fuel tank. That's fine. No. Okay, I see what's going on. Alright, so that just is. Okay, so that one's just going to be a little more extended than the others. Do I care? Do I want to clad that up a bit with a bit of extra material, or just leave that hanging out? Because, I mean, just because I start like this doesn't mean I can't... Right. It's not hard to then... extend these cowls out, right? One block in every direction. Yeah, so you know, or to do a circular one there. I think we can remove that for now. I'm going to leave it this way for now. Let me get... So the question I have is... What's the liters per hour on these engines? 500 liters an hour. Okay. So... Wow. Okay. So I need a 500 liter tank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... So, to run, maneuvering the ship constantly for an hour would be 2,500 liters. I think, reasonably speaking, the AGG engines are going to be firing for maybe 15 minutes total. So 2,500 over 15, or sorry, over 4, it's about 600 liters. I need a 600 liter tank, not a 1,600 liter tank. Okay, let's see what we have in the inventory. Tank. So what's an S tank? Inspect. 1,400 liters of fuel. Wow. Oh no, that's... Capacity is 400 liters. I think I'm going to replace those with S tanks. I don't think I need M's there. I think it's just a waste. It, for lack of a better way of putting it, it's just more mass. Right? I think I can fit that there quite comfortably. And then... Oops, wrong button. So I could really do that, in fact. And that would really slim that look up. I like that. So we're gonna come down like that. Yeah, okay, that's good. I like that. That gets me over to here. And in fact, at the point I do that, I can afford to cut this out just a bit more, right, like that. Now, does that free up room here? A little bit. Not a lot, but it does some. Nope. Yeah, I think if I want that one to look a bit more recessed, I'm just simply going to have to put another band of material around it and extend the cuff down, but I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to have visible. And then I want to grab... Red. And then I think we'll go with aluminum. Button. Okay, so we'll do that then, and we'll do the yellow. And blue and red. There we go. Okay. That gives me my scaffold object. I'm going to need to move the AGG pulsar because I need this where it is. So for now, I'm just going to move it forward. Oh no, it's this one we need. Because I want this thing as far back as I can get it. Well, as far back as I can get it within reasonable aesthetics. Getting this thing out of here is going to be amusing. I think it fits. Well, I know it fits. All I have to do is literally just rotate it this axis, and it'll fit out of the fit out of the space dock. So that's not a problem. But yeah. Okay, so there we go. Now I just need to drop the engines in on this side. Okay. That. And do the other one since I've got fuel tank selected. we go. This is going to be a monster. Fuel management on this thing is going to be a challenge. So you can't do auto fuelers of any kind, right? But you can put a large container and a whole bunch of small containers and link them all together with a hub, and then use a transfer unit to ship fuel to the extra small container here to then transfer fuel over. So yeah, I'm thinking I may wind up carrying a backup tank, if you will. Not another fuel tank, like that's a large, but an actual large container full of fuel, whose singular job that I just use to, quote, pipe fuel around the ship for refueling the various tanks. Because, yeah, this thing's is just a monster. I think it's gonna be cool, though. I'm actually getting very close to the point where it's time to start gluing the other side of the ship together. Which is actually very exciting to me. Yeah, really grooving on that. Alright, now, adjusters. Might have enough. Okay, I'm not sure if it's so that's not just back here. Oh, okay, that one needs to move back. Hey, good morning, Dirk. Good to see you. How have you been? I've been rough lately, but doing better today, so feeling good enough to get the camera on, and yeah, not bad. Still frustrated with the whole work thing, but mostly it's because it's all out of my control, right? So, and I'm a bit of a control freak, so I understand that about myself. I only have 2 M adjusters left. Well, damn, George. Okay, well, I'll put one there, one here, and I'll go make more, I guess. Because, yeah, I'm used to having like a dozen, well, I'm used to having a dozen or more of those in stock, but I've also rebuilt my entire industry since then, so. Because, yeah, I need 3 per pod. So, alright. This thing should have excellent roll control authority. We'll see how it works. Down to 6 Gs, but I've been adding fuel to the ship as I've had the chance. Okay, so I've got 0.31 G. Yeah, I don't have thrusters on the other side, so I've got 0.31 G, which is enough to move the ship. Right? In space, I can do light maneuvering with that. Again, it's a docking engine. It's not an acceleration engine. Okay. Now is an industry break because I need to go set up to do medium adjusters. Have you seen this build before, Dirk? I can't remember if you have or not. Atmospherics on that. Okay. So, this is a build I've been talking about since shortly after I actually got into the game. And I'm finally at the stage where it's doable for me, feasible, right? And the idea is it's an L core. It's the biggest thing I've ever built as a ship. And it's a carrier. When fully completed, if everything goes the way I want, it will be able to carry 18 small or extra small class hulls. It's AGG, which means it can drop down to 1 kilometer in atmosphere, which is easily attainable for any atmospheric only ship. And it has a warp drive. So the idea is for new players who want to explore other planets, that they can basically book a block on the ship, land, even full of cargo, whatever they want to do. If they're doing speculation, you don't even need a spaceship. Land, pay me, I jack the ship up out of the atmosphere, warp to the destination planet, drop down into the atmosphere, and they can just fly off. And when they're ready to come back to Alioth, repeat the process. So initially I'm going to build it with 6 pads, 3 per side, and we'll see if it gets any use. It's a bit of a problem in search of a solution, but even more like a space ferry service. The trucks are going to be the carried vessels. This is the ferry that gets you from the mainland to the island. I'm not planning on putting much cargo space on, like native cargo space on this thing at all. You know, if someone wants to just drop a cargo cassette on one of the pads, fine. That's just mass, and that's how I'm going to do the building. Is it's going to be on a mass basis. Yeah. Like I say, I realized something a while ago, and it's just one of those weird things that's been bugging me since I saw it. Where is it? Faster than light, 3.5% of players. In other words, 96.5% of players who are using the Steam client have never warped to another planet. Yeah, but yeah, for lack of a better way of putting it, that's the problem. All of the folks who had a history in game, you know, of beta and alpha, just casually went into warp, because they already knew sort of the way to get there. Missile Man, only 8.4%. I just, you know, fly 500,000 kilometers in space, 4.7%. There are a lot of players, as far as I can tell, who just get stuck on Alioth, and that's that. Less than 2% of players have Space Builder. And so what that tells me is that, you know, Steam is going to be, I suspect, the vehicle of largest growth because it's where people are going to bump into this game. Well, that's exactly it. So this ship is designed to allow players of all stripes, be it corporate or non-corporate, to skip PvP space without risk. Because I literally, you know, I'm part of the Move warp beacon network. I can literally warp straight to Market 6, and then to any other major point in the system. And yeah, to me it's a shame. It is a shame, as you say. And so so this is what I'm building. It's a monster, non-trivial expense, but I think I think I can make it work. You know. So, I also wanted a bit of a roleplay experience. So the idea, let me just give you the walk. I haven't, obviously enough, there's a lot to be done left on the bridge. Like I say, what I'm doing is just building one half the ship. So, placeholder for the flight chair. But the idea is this is going to be, you know, the bridge area. Lots of glass, right? Doing a glass gooseneck into the bridge area. Lounge, crew lounge, right? 4-scale couch build, so you get an idea about how big this space is. And gonna be decorated, places to sit, you know, bar, that kind of thing. This is basically, you know, where pilots will collect, I hope, during a flight. Because while the warp is quick, the AGG is not, right? So you've got the walkway down the length of the ship, the 3 landing pads. I've gone a little silly, and I'm gonna actually put proper pilot assistance illumination for landing. So, you know. So that's what approach looks like, right? So yeah, you just pick the pad you're supposed to land on, and there you are. And as long as these 3 lights, one over the other, you're you know, you're forward center on the pad, and you just basically crawl forward until you can't see the lights anymore, and that's where you park. I took some inspiration off of my experience in with the Canadian Navy. The engine room is crawlable. It's the best way of explaining it. So it's going to be a fully enclosed engine room. All of the engines will be reachable from interior, right? And so you've got this big sort of cavernous space, and again, it's going to be, you know, across the way, because that's the other half. But you get the idea, right? So you've got all of the engines here. And then I've got a walk-around enclosure. I call it the lighthouse. Around with glass windows all the way around the AGG generator. So yeah, right. A couple of bridges. Shield generator entirely for roleplay reasons. Makes no difference whatsoever. If this thing is getting shot at, I've already lost. So, but yeah, that's the so you can see how the lighthouse curves around. Passage down here. Observation cupola up here, so you can sort of look the length of the ship in either direction. Down into fuel and storage, so there will likely be a couple of warp drive and the fuel cell container, yeah. So primary fuel tanks, secondary fuel tanks. You know, that's that little side ramp we were looking at earlier. Little windows tucked in a few places, so you can just look around the ship as you stroll. And that brings you back to the lounge. And yeah, I'm going to set up a proper airlock so that there'll be with a programming board, so you can't have both doors open simultaneously. You have to close this door and then you can open that door. Or it'll probably be a button that just cycles the two of them. You know, closes one door, a couple of seconds, wait, opens the next door. Something like that, I think, is the way it'll do it. Again, purely for roleplay reasons. And yeah, that's, you know, and that's the pilot strollway. I figure it's going to be okay for maneuverability. I'm using the same maneuver management that frame that I developed for the E19 series. So that's these sort of 3D octagonal or hexagonal pods. It works really well with the E19s. So doing the same thing here. My suspicion is fully loaded is I'm probably missing one extra large and two large engines. And so that will probably be an underslung pod, or it'll be an overslung pod, basically, that sort of arches up or arches down, grabbing the thing from. And so if you want to go service, and then there'll be a tunnel leading up to it that you can go through for servicing. Because again, I've got the space. I'm leveraging on my experience walking around real-world freighters, real-world warships. Not going to be fully enclosed because I like the look of elements, but I also am kind of leading for this sort of heavy industrial look as well. So the blue and white, of course, is placeholder. I haven't decided what colors it's going to be. But that's that's what we're working on. Well, thank you. And so yeah, the idea, of course, is that what I'm just doing is building the one side of the ship, and then I'm just going to copy. I'll just be copy pasting block at a time. The left-hand side to the right-hand side. And, yeah, so it's going to be a monster, because the bay it's sitting in is, the graving dock is a full L-core as well. So you can, I'm almost the full width of the full width of the graving dock. Yeah, I think it's going to look cool when it's moving. Lots of blinky lights, of course, because you know me and lights. I've got the brakes mounted off the underscaff down here. I might put a couple of L turrets on it with the idea that if this ship's being fired on, I've already lost, but purely for looks. I think it'd just be an interesting, you never know. A pair of L triple lasers or cannons, I think, won't really do much, but at least it'll look cool. But yeah, I haven't decided on that. Or maybe a couple of batteries of M-class guns with the essentially quote anti-aircraft guns. But I haven't decided. So yeah, that's what I'm working on so far. So. I just realized I'm out of M adjusters, so I'm gonna have to go set up some industry to build them. Okay. Still waiting on cylinders. I linked to the wrong box, you dummy. Okay. I was wondering why nothing was happening there. Ah, it's already hooked. I went the wrong way. There we go. Okay, that'll fix that. So yeah, what I was saying was the I need to I'm out of adjuster M's, and so I need to set up the industry to build them. So well, what do I need to build adjuster M's? Assembly line S. That's cheap. Okay. Ah. I have one S. That's okay. Not great, but okay. Damage control script stopped working. Hang on a second. Because I'm not sure which one you mean, let me go show you what I'm using, and you tell me if we're talking about the same thing before I try and answer your question. Where am I parked? Down there. Yeah, I have given no thought yet to what software I'm going to be running on that monster. I think it's going to be Aviator, but I don't know. I may look at a couple of options. So I use two different scripts for damage control. So yeah, so I use two different scripts for damage control. One is ship info. So, right. That's what the author just published a new one to fix the fact that it had been broken for a while. The other thing I use for damage control is yeah, it's this thing here. Just trying to remember how to get to it. Settings. Oh, no. So 3. Yeah, so that's, and Aviator's script has a damage control indicator system built into it as well. The difference between the Navigator script, which you can see up right now, and this one down here is, this is in glass, which I like. But this also has an augmented reality function that will literally draw pointer arrows around the damaged component. So that's the two things I use. For just generally, how am I doing? Where is the damage? I just use the overview mode in Navigator, Aviator, sorry, and then for finding pesky things I can't find, or just to get a a more detailed damage list, I use this. I don't know if that helps or not. Which one are you using? Out of curiosity, what's the name? Oops. Blue Street Station. Hey look, what are you? Basic Assembly Line S. Excellent. Stop making those. I need to take this whole thing apart anyway, so I'm just scavenging this side for... oh, there's schematics in this thing. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, because I'm on the bottom deck. And they leave me with a driver's license. I don't understand. Bits and bobs to make this one go. Okay. Okay, no problem. Alright, I make one every 7 minutes. I need 12. I basically do a ship, I need a minimum of 12. So I'm going to say maintain 16. Oh, interesting. Okay, I don't... Yeah, all right, I'll take... I don't think Dorian plays anymore, but... tell you what... Can't type, 1 sec here. Send me an email with the link to where you got it. I'll take a look at it and see if it's something simple. It may well just be the recent change to the internal change to the JSON library that screwed it up. I mean, unless you feel like learning Lua. And if you do, let me know. I'm more than happy to help you out. Alright. So now, I need a few things. So here's the first thing we're going to do. If I haven't used up what's in here for those things yet, it's foolish. This is my salvage bin, basically, as I disassemble other parts of the station, any of the product and whatever gets tossed in. And then as I'm setting up new things I haven't done before, I just hook this up to burn out to use up those spare parts, right? I've already made them. There's no point in making more and just having this pile accumulating. Yeah, so we got a pile of pipe already. Well, actually we don't. We've got very little. Injectors we've got, but these aren't going to last long. But the only thing I need right now are basic standard frames. And then as, I'll develop the industry to cover off the gaps as gaps develop. I can never friggin' find this thing. Light. So they won't be blinking in perfect sync. Sometimes they will, but they're a whole lot easier to find the damn things. Okay, so what am I looking for? I am looking for basic standard frames. Reinforced frame S. Uncommon reinforced. Hydraulics. Frame M. Frame M. Burners. Gas chambers, frame Ls. Okay, so no, I'm not. Okay, well, I guess I'm making these. Basic standard frame S. What's it need? Should be pretty straightforward. Yeah, just aluminum. Are you guys doing anything? No. Okay. Oh, 8. First off, let's get a container up here. Name. Sure thing. Thanks for hanging out, by the way. Appreciate it. Okay, what's that, 20, so 3 minutes I make 20 an hour, sure, make 20. Oops, 20 I said. Yeah, that's correct. And then over here, the answer is 16. Just fuel. Ink and Alright, we're making stuff already. Awesome. Here we go. What else is? Oh, right, because it hasn't actually made the frames yet. It's going to take 3 minutes. So these will light up in 3 minutes. Okay. I might as well make the appropriate schematics now. Support now. We'll just queue up 8 hours worth. Okay. you're out of stuff already, huh? What are you missing? Basic pipe. I have this suspicion I'm not making basic pipe anywhere, so let me go check my industry management tool. I may need to set that up. I had like 1,000 or something sitting in a bin. In fact, I'm pretty sure I still do. No, I'm not. Let me go check something. What I'm going to do is this. Temporarily scoot over here and set this as my linked container. And I'm going to wander around and empty all those bins up there. Wait a second. This is all stuff I've been using to make munitions, and right now that's not relevant, so... And I need to empty out this all of this anyway, because I want to rebuild this side of the space station. So I'm just going to take the minute and empty all this out. I have lots of material here to continue making munitions if I need to. No, apparently not. I may just wind up making... okay, yeah. Oh, there we go. 60 basic pipe. Anyway, I have to have some over here somewhere. But yeah, so I'm not making basic pipe. I might as well use what I have, obviously, but I'm also going to need to make more. Unhappy industry sounds. That's more than enough of that for now. Like I said, I gotta dismantle this whole area. Okay, so, well, let's set up basic pipe. 24. Let's go talk to 24. Because that tells me I may need bigger bins, right? Well, okay. Let's fix the problem I actually have. Let's go find number 12. Starting to think I can pull a catwalk around this place. Okay, so that literally... Oh, weird. Alright. Okay, we're humming now. Both things are turned on? Yes. Okay, yeah. Moving right along. Excellent. Cool, wouldn't it? I wonder. That would be 6 wide. Yeah, we'll do that. Cool. Let's see what that feels like. Oh yeah, I like that. Cool, I like that. I'll do more of that. Okay. across that way. I'd have to chop that corner out, but I was planning on doing that anyway. Neat ideas. Where are you? Okay, let's reboot the board here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's go find 14 here. Metalwork, Tier 1, number 14. Yeah, I really like the idea of just extending that straight over. Basic hydraulics, and it wasn't turned on or something. Okay, yes, same problem I had here, because I'm not making steel pipe, so I'm gonna have to make steel pipe. Alright, well, let's do or not steel, no. Is it steel? Basic pipe. It's aluminum. Okay. Okay, interesting. Build. That'll work. Click. Okay. There we go. And then I need a container. Here and rename element to basic pipe. Nope. Make a bundle every 3 minutes. Okay, so just maintain what? I can make well, 3 minutes. I can make 20 bundles an hour. I don't need that many. So what? We'll say 130 to start with. Maintain 130. And we'll just say 99 here. And that's fine. And then clicky, clicky, and clicky. And then Salumen, I suspect I'm going to have to set up a transfer unit here. We'll see. Not yet. Getting close, though. And these things are running flat out, yeah. Here we go. So then... Alright, now I'm making basic pipe. Got it now if I need it. That off, and then, oops, nope, not that. Here, and grab another length. That's at a different height. Nice. Okay. Good track. Yeah, chainsaw rave. Okay. Let's hunt down that output full. Because that shouldn't happen. It probably means I need a different size container. Well, yeah, we'll see. Actually, let's do it the other way around. Let's fix the missing ingredient problems, and we'll worry about the rest of it. So... assembler... it's tier 1, and it's number 5. I'm trying to find. Basic pipe. Okay. Long. 10. Let's go see if I'm making those. Working in the stream. Yes, I am making uncommon burners. Okay, so it's just not plugged in. Right there. U-burner. Alright, so then if I say, metalwork, tier 1, and uncommon burner is number 25. So I'm looking for 18. We can do that. Over there. That should square that up. Okay. So as soon as there's more burners in the bin, which is going to be almost a half an hour, then that'll kick in and start manufacturing. Cool. Alright, so that's 10 and 11 sorted, because that's the same problem. The bin's empty, right? Let's go and check number 24. 24. Basic pipe and gas cylinders, right? Alright, so I need to plug in... Yeah, alright. So let's go find the basic pipe first. basic gas. I mean, it should be over here. No, that's standard frames. Alright, let's ask the funny question. Am I making it? Doesn't look like it. Basic gas cylinder X. Next! Now, I'm not going to use uncommon equipment to build. Oh, I still got 3, okay. I'm not using uncommons to build basics. That's just not going to happen. So I was going to head down to Planet to grab a couple out of the manufactory down there, but I'm good. Oh, I see. There's one more. Right, so that backwards. Okay, I can make one every 2 minutes. I don't know. They're used in the onesies, right? So I think, yeah, 10 or 20 is probably fine. It's aluminum basic screws. Okay, yep. This will be maintained 16. And basic gas cylinder is you. So it's that. Basic screws is that one. And saloon is over here. How am I doing? Okay. I need builder roulette. Okay. Go. All right, that straightens that out. Sweet. So now it's just going to be a matter of waiting for the industry to catch up with it, basically for all the bits and pieces to filter through the system. I could be chasing ghosts here. So, the next thing is down. And again, some stuff down here taken care of. That's the darker side is the old build. That's where the weapons factory is. So you can see why they want to replace it. It just doesn't match the look of the new stuff. So that's all going to get stripped out and taken apart. So. Processing up on the top ring, the top half, and then stacks and stacks of the assemblers down below. I'm messing with the idea of moving everything down one deck and then moving all of the output containers up to the top deck. So the top deck looks kind of like a warehouse. It's just all the boxes and stuff that are all full of things. And then, the magic happens down below. It's going to be a lot of work to move everything, but... alternately, that core is a big chunk. I can just build a warehouse elsewhere, connect it, right, and then move all of the containers over there. Again, not sure. I think it would be a cool way of doing things. You got the industrial section and the storage warehouse. But again. Rumble off a bit. Just Value Preview, new VR setup. Bone Shredder just announced they're expanding PPR's racetrack offerings, which is pretty damn cool. A little bit of sausage making. Please be patient. Yes, there we go. Here and double check the numbers I'm actually using. We got 52 minutes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, let me fix this. This is wrong. This isn't actually what I'm doing. All right. So donations. $1 for, yeah, 1 USD is going to be equal to I can't math. Three plus minutes. Donations and then bits. Is 1 minute. And then what are we doing here? Subs. T1. 560. Eight min. Tier 2 is 16 min. 16 min. 16 minutes. And then tier 3 is 60. It's 4 minutes. Okay, there we go. And then, oops. New follows. 4 minutes. And there we go. And then so save. And then test that. Hey Klutz, how you doing? Good to see you. Does it work? There we go. Excellent. That fixes that. Continuing work on the ship build and all of the industry I need to build all the parts to build the ship. So just pop down to the planet to grab a couple things, check industry down here, and do couple of quick calibrations, grab some more. First, however, I want to go take a look at that new racetrack, so we're going to do that. Dust Valley preview. Dust Valley. Alright. Not showing up yet. Yeah, not showing up yet. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's not surprising. Sometimes that can take a few minutes to promulgate. I can't type. Okay. This is turned back on. Yeah, I'll need to drag some malachite down. Okay. Let's go take a look at what calibrations need to be done. Just about ready to actually start gluing the right-hand side on. I'm just short of elements to plug everything in when that side's on. So I took a little break to do some industry, right? Anything as a calibrate now? Got a couple things which are in the 2-day range. Well, let's go deal with MAD 3 because it's right there, as it were. It's literally just down the hill. And then maybe I'll scoot over to MAD 4. Get those two done, and I'll do less work later. Oh right, all this stuff is. Oh, whoa, hang on. That's why I do it this way. Okay, hang on. I have to build something real fast before I forget again. Yep, I feel that. I'm probably need to set a couple more HC machines for myself, actually. Okay, so I just want to tear all this down and start over again. And well, no, I'm gonna leave that there because what I will do is set everything up over here. Okay. So let's just do that and blank Z specials. Poof! Okay, and then stock on. No. Thank you. Okay. Oh, these are damaged. Okay, that's why it's been weird. Equip. There. Equip. We have 2. Really? Okay, that's weird. Oh, really? Huh. Okay, so I'm exactly too close. Fine, I need you to. Let's try that then. Okay.
Oh, snap.
Build myself a cross beam or something, because that just looks weird. But okay. And then I need... that goes there. Huh, okay, that's weird. I thought I had enough of those. That's fine. I will need to go get some, bring some more toys down. That's fine. So I need another receiver and 2 emitters. That's fine. I've got all that upstairs. I'm fine. Okay. All right. Down the hill now. Did I set? Yes, that is my link container, which is the lift. I'm just gonna speed cal these. I don't want to be bothered doing playing pickup sticks. Well, no, I'll play the mini game. I just won't play pickup sticks. I might need the extra. With it right now, I probably will wind up needing the extra material. Particularly stuff like coal. Turn into a beautiful day out there. I may head out after I'm done the stream here in about a half an hour. Yeah, half an hour, 40 minutes, and put some work on the wood pile. Or go for a walk. Either would be good. Okay, George, what's in here, I think. Basic unit. I want the advanced one back there. Yeah, this is already annoying me, so I think we'll just get the one done today, and then I'll check what I've got in the industry output, and we'll grab a couple things and head back up to the station. Okay. So that gets that squared up. We'll hop down and get to grab the coal at least. So that get silicon, iron. Really white is carbon. It's a bit delicious iron there. Can't be bothered grabbing the rest of it right now, but coal will be gone. Because that's what I'm always short of right now. Let's hit the other cans real fast. This is why I don't play Lara Croft games. Here. Alright, there we are. Okay. Here, because I happen to know... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Oxygen we can ditch out. I have more than enough of that. Yes, all of it. Goodbye! The hydrogen, on the other hand, I've been running low of lately. So do that. And head downstairs. Oops. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, before I against something there. Whoops. Wrong button. Okay, there we go. So what is the thing? Yeah, it's the box. Okay. Straight up the station. Okay, let's get out of here. Is anything else in there? I don't think so. Okay, cool. Now, inputs. Yeah, let's drop the whole thing of coal in here. I need to bring some more malachite. I'm fine for everything else. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Quick run to Fades. Well, yeah. Not a quick run to Fades, that's actually the problem. Back up to the station. Fuel stats fine, and away we go. Louder than ever. Fantastic. Great title. All right. I love the shadow. The fact you can see the shadow of the ship on the ground over there. I just, little stuff like that, just, I adore it. And then it fades out, right? Fantastic. I know it's not everyone's kettle of tea, but I do love me some good industrial. Well, I just like good music in general. All right. Congratulations. We are now into overtime. Thank you so much for all your support. It is deeply appreciated. 26 extra minutes on the stream today. As I noted earlier, that can be extended by bits, subs, donations, etc. It is all appreciated and completely optional. I just like having folks to hang out with. But my compromise with the rest of the family is that if I'm streaming, keep it to 3 hours if folks want it. But if, things are going, if I get a raid or something like that, then everyone understands you don't want to cut out on a raid as soon as it walks in the door sort of thing. So, or if someone's just subscribed or stuff like that. So. Some Robbie Robertson grade scratching there. Herbie Hancock, not Robbie Robertson, Herbie Hancock. And there's the station. Place and done. Alright. Okay. So really this stuff first. Oh, pirate just moved. Pirate post number just moved. Wait a second. What am I doing here? Whoa. Oh, yes. Duh. Because I was moving shit around and I glued it up here. But it doesn't need to be there anymore. Yeah, I'm completely out of okay. So I will need to do a Malachite run. Let's go drop hydrogen into the feeder tank. And then those go into work bin over here. Those two receivers, I need. I'll grab those that we need. Okay, and then emit. Okay, the excess. We'll take two of those down. Is there anything else I needed? I don't think so. Yeah, we're good. Okay. There. we doing now? Now that the plant's had a few minutes to run, light this back up and take a quick look. Okay. All right, a few things back into the missing ingredients line, but for example, I see we're running glass and we're running sodium, so we're running a bunch of stuff, so yeah, I'm not surprised. So that's just transition stuff. It's when the left-hand side of the board is sitting idle and the right-hand side of the board still shows, in the assembly lines are still showing stuff missing that, you know, I gotta start hunting, but we're good now. Okay, well, you know, I think it's time to start building a ship again. Got the gooseneck done. Let's close up the bridge. Okay, this should be interesting. Can I go all the way back here by chance? You gonna let me get away with this? Yeah, okay, fascinating. Wow, okay, fantastic. What about to here? Yes. Excellent. Yeah, got the right tool selected. This is going too well. I must have the wrong tool. Okay. So, alright, well, we can do to this point. Fair enough. Alright, here goes. Copy. And then... Oops. I don't have it. Oh. I don't have the right container selected. Hang on. Alright, that's fine. Of problems to have, that's one of the easiest, most easily solved ones. Oops. I'm sure they know that, but just in case. And set as linked. Oh, okay. So I'm missing material, I think. Oh, yes, nanopack. Here we go. Here we are. Yeah, almost guaranteed my problem is the blue plastic, but we'll check. Yeah, it's the blue plastic, and the glossy dark. Okay, so blue and glossy dark gray. I need more of it in my work bag. The good news is I should have some. Well, I try and be helpful, Klutzy. That's stuff that used to drive me batty, because I love having everything symmetrical, and I'd spend hours trying to figure out what it was I fucked up. That, something, there one engine's at, 10.7 and the other one's at 9.7. Okay, the ship looks symmetrical. Why are the numbers wrong? Okay. Oh, I don't have the, Okay, that's the blue pattern plastic. I'm not making the gray, I guess. What is it called? Glossy dark gray plastic. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to set that up. Okay, so we'll do. Glossy dark gray plastic. There we are. So, and just maintain 90, and that'll be plenty. So now I need to link this, and I need polycarb. Okay. So build mode 7. There's polycarb these days. Fuel. That's polycarbed. Alright, so we're cranking out plastic. Awesome, so 3 minutes, that'll be done. Okay, cool. So we're just waiting 3 minutes for that to process up. Yeah, so it turns out that the right answer, by the way, is to ignore the core. Place everything by numbers, because you can always move the core later, and commonly I do. I leave the core where it starts most of the time, but for example, if you take a look at the graving dock itself, I now have the core tucked up underneath the area where the power switches are and the VR booth is, the surrogate pod station. So yeah. The grid is absolute, the core sits on it crooked, for lack of a better way of putting it. One sec. Family Guy questions. Cool. Okay, that's the AGG blue, but that's not what I want. there's the glossy dark. Okay, that should give me enough of everything to get what I want done. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, back we go. Let's try this again. There we are. Awesome. Now. That line. Did I screw up? Yep, I'm one too wide. Because that is what I'm supposed to have, and you see what it does to the nose of the ship. That's not that big a deal. That's fixable, but I'm just baffled that I managed to get that wrong. Okay. Because for lack of a better way of putting it, the gooseneck's right. I can't change the glass. So I'll need to redo this section here, but that's okay. Huh. Oh, no, that's correct. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, okay. So, I'm just one block too wide. Fine. Here we are. So I'll trim that up. Well, I'll mount the second set of windows in, and then I'll figure out what it is that needs to get fixed. That gets that done. Fancy. So then, yep, that's correct. Yeah, no, it's fine. We're good there. That's filled in. That's filled in. Oh, no, I do need to come all the way up to here. Okay. There. So, out to there. And I need to go down fairly far, too. What I'm gonna do is grab... Can I grab to this point? It's gonna be less irritating. Grab to there. And can I get that far? Yes. Awesome. And then maybe to here? Yeah, awesome. Alright, that's bloody fancy. Like that. Nope, that's too big. Okay. Well, working off that wall is a convenient start-stop position, right? Oh, wrong tool. Damn it. Alright, do it again. Yeah, so there we go. So that gives me a pretty good block to work with. Let's see what we got. I'm going to use a lot of material really quickly, so I probably won't be able to get the whole thing done today just because the refresh time on the industry, but I can get a lot done. So copy, and then that. Right. There we go. Bloody barking awesome. Alright. It's starting to look like something. Yeah, that's a nice big space for a pilot lounge. So then we'll start here because, you know, we know where this is. Here. Go through there. And get all the way up here. Yes, fantastic. Wrong tool again. Oh, that annoys me when I do that. Alright, well, I'm gonna fix this before I do anything. Oh yeah, I need to put roofs on this stuff. I suppose I should, well, no, it's not to me. Copying roofing material's not hard. I need the layout done, and then I can worry about closing it up. I can use the exact same process to get to put the roof on. Turns all that off. Can I skim a layer out of this? No. That's not even filled in there. Hang on. So back to what I was doing. So yeah, we'll use okay, door frame here is going to be my reference point. I know I can go that far. I can go that far. Copy. And flip. shift click. There it is. Damn, this is cool. Now for the hard part. Oh, here we go. Alright, almost done the stream. Now I just need to do an idiot check. I'm going to grab this, and this time I am going to color it red. And that is 5312. Okay, so that's 52 and a half, 12 and a half, 26. And so that should be this piece right here. Right? And we have a problem. That's 51 and a half. Just do something real fast. Come over here. Oh, yes. Okay, scared myself. No, that isn't the right spot. Yeah, okay. So I did screw it up. So the gooseneck's wrong is the problem. Well, it's just gonna stay that way. I'm not tearing the whole ship apart for one voxel. Because that's 50.5, 50.513, 50, 12, 27. 50, 12, 27. 52, 12, 26. Yep. The whole ship's crooked. So that's actually a problem. It means that so we, how did I do that? So we've wound up high. Oh, there it is right there. You can see the mistake. It's right there. This didn't go down far enough. Okay. So I will have to rip this chunk out and... Yep, and you can see it in the floor there too. Okay, I just didn't go down far enough. Okay. Bit of a drag, but better I figure it out now than later and have everything out by that one voxel. Okay, so we're going to do that again. Yep, that. Use that whole chunk. In fact, I'm actually going to back the truck up so that that is my level mark. To there, right? We want to go out to here. All right. Let's try it again. Because if I can get this crossbeam right, then I know, you know, then that everything else lines up almost by definition, right? So we're gonna, where's that red brick? There it is there. So I'm gonna go. You. Don't you dare. There we are. Okay. Right. So, though I know these two line up, right? We can see that. So now, and it's that corner there, right? Just like that. So that gives me a pretty good reference, and click. Door meets down here level? Yes. Okay. Okay, let's double check those numbers now. 52, 12, 26 is close enough. 50, 12, 26. So I'm a full 2 to the left. How did that happen? What's that number? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Okay, so the gooseneck isn't centered. Because the... Okay, so... Oh, that's annoying. So this should... This edge here should be there. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna mark that. And that will wind up being the subject of the next stream. I'm gonna have to fix that. So the entire ship has to move to the right one voxel. Or I have to make that one voxel wire, so that there would be a blue strip down the bottom there. And I think that is in fact the easiest solution, because otherwise all of this needs to move too. So the easiest solution is to make the gooseneck one voxel wire. So that will be what we do next. I made a dumb mistake. Where's my line? What I normally do is I will put marker blocks on my builds so that I can find stuff like that quickly, and I didn't this time. So, this is the port side, or? Yeah, this is starting. So those marker blocks, well, they kind of look just, you know, goofy pretty. You know, oh goody, he's got, you know, important but left and right lights on the ship. They actually perform the function of telling me that making it much easier to visually reference mistakes like that. So we're just going to go back and put them in now. And yeah, these marker blocks, it's something I've gotten the habit of doing. I just haven't, well, I haven't screwed up in a while, so I stopped needing, so I decided I'd stop needing them, and then was wrong. But yeah, so that makes it much easier to figure out. That's obvious places I can check, and does this block match that block, right? If I get different answers, I know I have a problem. So, hubris. Alright, well, I know what the problem is now. We can get her fixed. And yeah, so that'll just be the, yeah, it's not a big problem. I'm glad I caught it now, because if I'd gotten the entire thing done, including the pads down the side, I'd have cried. Yeah. Oh. Salt would have been a thing. So, we would prefer not to have that happen. So, here we are. So, yeah, we'll get, we'll do that next stream. Yeah, absolutely. So, that's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yeah, and, I don't like where that screen time is sitting. Okay, that's not, yeah, okay, there we go. I can turn that off here, I think. There we go. Yeah. Actually, I'm just going to remove it from here. No, not going to do it on this screen. Oh, you are very welcome. Thank you so much, Browser Frog, Klutzy. Appreciate you hanging out.